Hello, and welcome to Spirit Among Us. One of the best ways to combat anxiety in our lives is to pay attention to where our focus is. When life gets busy and the list of things to do seems endlessly long, it's only natural for our focus to drift onto our problems. I mean, if you think about it, it only makes sense. We have a problem, we have something to do, so let's fix it. Let's figure it out. Let's do whatever we need to do and be done with it. It seems natural for us to want to do that. Now, having this focus does work for a time, but only when the list of things is small. When that list of things to do starts to grow large, to get big, instead of our stress motivating us, that stress actually overwhelms us, and we actually end up getting less done than we would have gotten done otherwise. And when it comes to feeling overwhelmed by stress, we are told to throw off that burden. Hebrews chapter 12, verse 1. Therefore, since we are surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses, let us throw off everything that hinders and the sin that so easily entangles, and let us run with perseverance the race marked out for us. Throw off everything that hinders. We're told to throw off two things here. First, our sin, and second, the things that burden us. We are not called to hold on to those things that stress us out, to carry them and to keep them with us, but we're told to throw them off. Right here we have this analogy of our lives being like a race that we have to run. Now, we can't run when we're carrying all this weight, all this burden from the stress that we have. We can't truly run our best if we're carrying all this crap. So we should be throwing it off. We shouldn't be getting weighed down by our anxieties, by the things we have to do in life, by our list of things to do, our busy schedules, whatever it may be. We should not be being weighed down by it because we have a race to run, and you can't run with all that weight. So here in Hebrews 12, the verses continue by telling us where our focus should be. Hebrews chapter 12, verse 2. Fixing our eyes on Jesus, the pioneer and perfecter of faith. For the joy set before him, he endured the cross, scorning its shame, and sat down at the right hand of the throne of God. We are called to fix our eyes on Jesus. He is the prize at the end of the race. He is the one that we run for and the one we run to. So when it comes to our anxiety, we are called to take our focus off of the things that stress us out. God doesn't want our focus to just be on whatever we need to get done. He wants it to be on Him. Because when we look into God's eyes, we are reminded that our lives are not about how much we're able to get done. We have a higher purpose, a higher calling, so much greater than that. We aren't machines built to accomplish as much as possible. We are bearers of God's own image, and we were created to love Him and be loved by Him. And when our focus is on that, we can remember that no matter what happens to us in this life, no matter how much or how little we are able to accomplish, none of that can change who we are because of Jesus Christ and the futures we have secure in Jesus. So when we start to understand that, the burden and the anxiety seem to be lifted off of us. None of our accomplishments or lack of accomplishments can change who we are. We are secure in Jesus, and that's where our focus should be. So when it comes to the stress in your life, when it comes to the anxiety in your life, take your focus off of that. Take your focus off of those things that hinder you, off of those things that overwhelm you. Cast off those burdens because God doesn't want you to carry them. And run this race. Run this race of life with your eyes fixed on Jesus, and never forget who you are because of Him. Thank you for watching, and God bless.